Hello YouTube, thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to explore the incredible power of lifelong learning and exercise and how that can benefit your mental health. This is of course my vlogging series. This is video 34. Vlogging series? No, this is just my vlog. This is just me every single day recording a video, talking to you, telling you something, hopefully educating you, and fingers crossed making you laugh somewhere along the lines. So this video, I've got a little something written down here after doing some very quick research on the benefits of learning and exercise and just being active, and how being active influences or at least improves your mindset and your state of mind, etc. The reason for that is that for some reason unknown to man and modern science, I always just assumed that as a kid, as a teenager, early 20s, that kind of time, that's when you can learn. And then once you get to a certain age, you sort of, turn into a decrepit piece of crap and you stop learning, you stop absorbing information or anything that's helpful or useful to you. And that just simply isn't the case. If anything, I maybe in my late 20s just lost motivation. Actually, before my late 20s, it was like early to mid 20s, I lost motivation. I was probably a bit too naive for what I thought was going to happen as far as life was concerned. And that I just thought, things happen. I didn't realize, I didn't quite grasp that you had to go out there and get it. Anyway, so I'm going to be casting my eye over here and back whilst I read what I have written in front of me. So the first point is, did you know that regular exercise has been shown to have a similar effect on the brain as antidepressants? Now, this is something that I have read before and have somewhat known, and you can see it definitely in people who either are diagnosed depressives or anyone who's on antidepressant medication compared to those who exercise regularly. They are almost on two completely opposite ends of the scale. So regular exercise definitely keeps the doctor at bay, which is good. So according to a study published in the Journal of Psychiatric Research in 2018, exercising for just 30 minutes, 30, that's not a lot of time. That's the kind of time you can quickly make disappear watching, TV or reading a magazine, scrolling Facebook, Instagram, whatever. So just 30 minutes. Exercising for just 30 minutes a day can reduce symptoms of depression by up to 40%. That's a hell of a trade-off. Trade-off. Yeah. 30 minutes of exercise every single day. Now, when people say exercise, it doesn't mean you have to dry scoop a load of protein, go like the clappers on the barbell and do a load of deadlifts. No, it's a brisk walk, a jog if you can. I'm too heavy to jog, so I don't. If you do like lifting weights, go lift some weights by all means. It's anything that's moving you beyond strolling around Sainsbury's doing the shopping, or just walking to the car and back, or walking around the office making coffee and offering biscuits or whatever. A brisk walk, pick an area with hills, jog if you can, lift some weights if they're available, or if you have a gym membership. 30 minutes is all it takes, and it can reduce symptoms by up to 40%. The benefits of exercise on the brain doesn't stop there. Another study at Harvard Medical School in 2012 found that exercise also helps to improve memory and cognitive function. So memory, that's the part of your brain that makes you obviously remember things. For a lot of people, remembering stuff doesn't come easily, especially if it's maybe something technical or something long-term, short-term. I know my short-term memory is terrible. Someone can tell me something and 5 seconds later I will forget it, but I can remember a conversation or a technical document that I read or heard 3, 4, 5 years ago. So yeah, pros and cons, give and take. And of course, cognitive function, that's the part of your brain that makes you tick. So if you have to process information, if you have to solve a problem, if you have to think about something, if you have to manage anything, you need you need good, fast, efficient cognitive function for that to work without you getting stressed or overloaded. So let me just have a little sip. But that's not all. Lifelong learning has also been shown to have a profound impact on our mental health. According to a study published in the JAMA Psychiatry Journal in 2013, engaging in mentally stimulating activities such as reading, writing, or learning a new language, because learning languages definitely makes you think about things or in different ways. At least it's hard to explain, but until you learn a different language, yeah, it's tough to explain. Yeah, or learning a new language can help to reduce the risk of developing dementia or other cognitive disorders later in life. So that is to say, whilst you're keeping your brain active, whilst you're constantly reading and writing or learning new languages, I'm going to say this, learning new skills as well, whether it's skills for work, skills for doing a hobby, or say you want to take up woodworking, for instance. That's a very popular one. Then you have to learn how to do that. And I know from some people who are either woodworkers or carpenters, etc., they may have been doing it for 1, 5, 15 years, and they still learn new things every now and then. So any task that involves either some sort of physical skill or thinking is something that you can put lifelong learning to use to. So if you're looking to improve your mental health and cognitive function, consider incorporating regular exercise and why did I hear lifelong learning, just learning in general, into your routine. So whenever in the day that is, be it first thing in the morning, last thing at night, as long as you are awake enough to do it. So for this last month, initially I started the day reading, writing, meditating, etc. But I've recently found that sometimes I have more difficulty reading in the mornings because, like I mentioned before, if I start yawning, tears in the eyes, can't see what's going on the page, and I have a complete disinterest in reading. However, when it comes to the evenings, at that sort of 8, 9, 10 p.m. kind of time, I seem to have a real peak in interest in reading, and I can very easily sit down for around 2 hours reading something without distraction or without getting distracted easily. It does take a bit of practice, but once you get used to it, it definitely, you do start feeling the benefits of it quite quickly. So routine, and remember, the journey of personal growth and self-improvement is a lifelong one. So that's the part that I almost gave up on in my early and mid-20s. I didn't realize that self-improvement or any sort of learning or personal growth was something that you do outside of education. So I obviously went to primary school, secondary school or high school, and then went to university for 4 years because I did a foundation year as well, because I blagged my way into university. I was a dumb shit. What? I was under the impression that personal growth, learning and improvement, development, etc. happens in school and higher education. Once you're finished with higher education, you go into a job and you do that job for life. How full of shit was I? That's not how the world works. It's only been in the last few years that I've rediscovered that growth, learning, improvement and development of yourself is something that only you can do, and it's something that you have to initiate yourself. No one else is going to do it for you, because realistically, no one else in the world cares what you do or that you do well in life. Everyone is basically out for themselves, and rightly so. You should be too. Obviously, you naturally you'll have a need to look after your family, etc. That's fine. That's normal. That's natural. But when it comes to success, wealth, health, anything like that, no one else gives a shit. It's only you. You have to have that drive to get yourself healthy, earn your money, be a success. It is what it is. That's the truth, I'm afraid. There's no other way around it. And I've been finding this out the hard way, because so generations before me and my family told me, you go to school, you go to university, you get a job, and that's it. You retire at the end of that job and you die. That's it. How fucking shit is that? I don't want to just spend my whole life being educated by a system of education that doesn't even work properly, then going into a job that I'm going to spend the next, say, 40 years, 45, 50 years of my life doing day in, day out, 9 to 5. No, I don't want to do that. That's not how life should be. Why should I spend half of my life trading my time to fill someone else's pocket with money? So I'm on this journey to fill my own pocket with money. That's why I'm also learning new skills. I'm here on YouTube to share my journey, and hopefully someone else kind of jumps in and says, shit, yeah, I'm going to do the same. I want to join you. If you do, drop a comment down below. Hell, you can send me an email or reach out to me on Instagram. I'd love to hear from you, or any hints or tips that you have, please share them. I'll throw them in the next video, or if there's anything else, anything more you want to know beyond what I already do cover or talk about or rant about, whatever, shit, just ask. That's all it takes. Drop a comment, just ask. Yeah, I went off on a bit of a tangent there, talking about the rotten education system that everyone falls victim to in early stages in life. Oh yeah, drink plenty of water. Some days I completely forget to drink enough water, and that and salt intake as well, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But yeah, out of breath again. Getting too used to this whole talking malarkey. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm sure I have shared enough today, enough chewed your ears off. This has been day 34, I'm sure of it, yeah. Video 34 of my vlog. And I will be back again tomorrow with video 35. Yeah, it's Monday, so I hope you enjoy the rest of your... Oh, pardon me. I hope you enjoy the rest of this day and your week ahead. Yeah. Until tomorrow, have a good life.